And so the way that you deliver to 100 people is you have to be able to give the intention and the communication to the back row. Boom, this one pops up. It's a $75,000 offer. Then the next person. The dude does $221,000 in his first seminar with only 42 people in the room. Never sold anything before in his life. So he did $1 million in 18 months.
Yeah, that's tough.
It was just fast. It was like we had just hit the best goals of our entire life. And then there's other woman in the audience she comes and she goes, "Where can I find you on TV?" I'm like, "I'm not on TV." I'm like, she's like, "Yeah, but like, where do you act?" I'm like, "Yo, I just wrote this show." I'm like, "I didn't do anything in the arts until freaking a few years ago."
Guys, what up? It's your boy Mike Barron, and as usual, I got my co-pilot here, Mr. Jonathan Pena. And I know I say this every single week, but I got a special guest here. And the reason why this guy's so special, I'm talking about Ted McGrath from New Jersey by way of Los Angeles. But the reason why this guy is special, at least to me, is because he's had a huge impact on me. I kind of dripped on him through someone else, through another party, but I told him in person for the first time that, dude, I've been watching your videos since like 2017, 2018. When I want to learn how to sell from the stage and close from the stage and communicate to an audience, I've been watching your stuff. So, Ted, I'm going to give you a formal introduction, dude, but I want to say it is an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
We know quite, some of the same people.
Yep.
And, dude, just thank you for everything that you've done for me. Thank you for what you've done for so many people, man. And welcome, man.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Ted McGrath is in the building.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's kick this thing off. Introduction. Today's Dawg Gone Wild guest is a straight up powerhouse. Ted McGrath. He is a high performance entrepreneur, stage performer, and founder of Message to Millions, stage empire, and the new financial platform M Game. That is M Game. He's built multi-million-dollar brands, sold nearly $50 million. That's 50 M's in online programs, and performed his one show. You do everything.
Yeah, one man play. Yeah,
one man play.
Yeah.
Good enough on major stages. Not turning it into a feature film. Excuse me. Now, turning it into a feature film. Whether it's storytelling, stage selling, or renovating the way to learn about money, Ted's here to shake things up. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Ted McGrath is in the building, man.
Nice, man. That was a nice welcome.
Hey, let's go. Watch this.
Oh, boom. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Ted,
I'm like
thank
3
you
out
so
of
much
4.
for coming out.
Yeah.
How you feeling right now in present time?
I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too. It's
Ready to rock. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
long time
Really.
coming.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
we've been rolling. So you're living in LA right now,
Yes.
isn't it?
Part-time LA, part-time Florida.
Part-time. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Six months and 1 day in Florida.
It's kind of crazy in LA
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, no?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
don't know.
do you say? It's crazy in LA?
It's crazy in LA.
Oh, there's a lot of shit going on in LA.
Yeah.
Always moving and grooving, man. But
There's a lot of crazy stuff. You know, you got the ice stuff and all that stuff, and you know they win LA wins like the damn World Series, and it's like, all right, let's go fucking act up, let's go like burn some cars and all that shit.
But they had the riots not too long ago, right? Like a couple more.
There's always something going on, man.
Something
There's
going
always
on.
something
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
I lived there for maybe about 3 years, and I was like, okay, it's time to transition.
So we want to get the whole story. Where do you hang? Like, are you outside? Are you hanging out? What do you do for fun in LA?
You know, I mean, mostly for fun in LA. I mean, I like to work out, so I have a good time doing that. I like to perform, dude.
Yeah.
So I perform my play. I'm very into that. I love money. So like on the weekends, I get my time to build other things that have to do with finance.
Love that.
You know, and I get to spend time with my girlfriend.
There you go.
Beautiful.
So where do you work out?
Yeah, where you going?
There's a gym in in the Sherman Oaks area.
Okay.
I work out over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So for me, I was I come from Section 8 housing. We never had no money. So when him and his brother were popping off, they're like, yeah, man, there's this spot. It's called Equinox.
Oh yeah, people. My girlfriend wants to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
It's
like,
nice, man.
I
It's nice.
walk in, I was like, dude, they got real towels here, and like this thing is, you can get a water bottle. I was like, what the hell is this? So, anyways,
No, the VIP, you scan your eye to get into the
like
VIP.
what's really going on?
I've heard good things about it.
It's incredible.
I thought you were
It's
gonna say
incredible.
Equinox, man. You know,
Yeah,
like,
a little something.
No, I go to the place. There's like a little private place. Trainers there. It's not
Okay,
a lot
cool.
of people, like 10, 12 people.
That's big. That's
Yeah.
big. So right now, those that are watching that unfortunately don't know you, Ted McGrath, elevator pitch, sky view. What is it that you do, and how do you help people?
So, I mean, my passion, I got to start speaking. That's what I've always loved to do, So a new brand that I've kind of relaunched, because prior to COVID, it was live. COVID hit and stages died.
Yeah.
So I actually just wrote a new book on it called Stage Empire.
Oh, okay. We're going to check that
And
out.
the idea is I love storytelling. So when I'm working with people, I love to teach them storytelling. And Stage Empire is about one talk, one presentation, and how do you scale it across multiple platforms. So whether it's podcasts, YouTube, webinars, videos,
Yep.
Stages is how I cut my teeth, like in-person physical stages. But today, stages are this. These are
Yeah.
the stages,
Yeah, no, for
Different
real.
form. Yeah.
Yeah.
different
So
form.
so most people don't know how to get on and do a presentation or speak about something. So I teach people how to go do that. That's
love
one of
that.
them. And then the first one that I initially built in terms of online was Message to Millions. That was all about taking your knowledge and expertise and scaling it online.
It's a great name.
Yeah, I remember. So we have a mutual friend, everybody, and I remember Nick. It must have been 2018. He's like, "Yo, dude, Ted McGrath." He sent me a link. He's like, "What do you notice?" I was like, "Dude, he has a lot of shit. Like, you had a whole bunch of like little $27, $37, $47 offers, whatever it was, and there was like half a dozen of them." I was like, "Fuck, dude, I got none of this shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Dialed
not
in.
like hundreds.
Right now it's hundreds. So give us some game on storytelling. Like, what are some of the best practices
Yeah, the
in
do's and
storytelling?
don'ts.
So I'll tell you it from the perspective of, I had an idea like 10, 11 years ago where I was telling stories on stage, and I saw a guy by the name of Bo Eason. And
Okay.
I was at a business conference, marketing. This guy walks out on stage and he's got a football uniform on. And he's literally telling his life story as one guy playing all these different characters. And it was the most enthralling hour of my life. And he's playing all these different characters. He's talking about how he was the runt of the litter and how his brother was a professional football player or the best. And he wanted to be a professional football player, and he was like the runt.
Yeah.
And he went out and he turned pro. And I was never so excited at the end of a story. I've been to Broadway before, wasn't inspired by it. And I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, fuck. I was like, I tell stories. I want to do that. I want to learn how to perform. So I went down the path of learning it from a performance perspective and how you do storytelling. And the best things that I picked up from that is, number one, take delight in telling your story. You're going to tell it 100 times or 1,000 times.
Okay.
You got to tell it like it's the first time for the audience.
That's real.
The second thing is, to make storytelling more powerful, you can use little things like present tense. Like, instead of, hey, I was at this place and I was talking to some cool guys, like, I'm sitting in the room, right? And we're drinking out of these really cool glasses.
That's a bar.
And the fire is on over to the right. And we're just having this really engaging conversation about life. And like, I sit there and I have this thought.
I love that.
Right. And
That's
so
what I needed.
Yeah,
right.
that's-
So it's
that's the bar right there.
it's present
It puts you
tense.
there.
It puts you there.
The listener, I could see the damn fireplace.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So you paint
that's
the
good.
scene.
That's so
That's a
good.
bar.
Damn,
So you
that's
bring a
good.
story to life by painting the scene. Tell me what's in the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Give me
where do you
little
send the invoice,
glimpses.
dude? That's
Yeah,
all I need.
all right, thank you.
All right, call the
Ted.
treasure
Appreciate
department.
it. We're out. Yeah.
No,
That
that's
was
so
fire.
good.
Yeah,
I never heard
it's
that before.
amazing. And do you notice how you feel how you
Yeah.
go there? Like,
Oh, yeah,
instead
big
of
time.
I was, I am. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself.
That's big,
Versus
'cause-
I was thinking about this the other day. It's totally different.
Yeah.
Because in sales, we teach that, where when you got the person who's, all right, they're in their current scene and you want to paint them in their ideal scene, and then when you're doing the close, you say how all right, I did timeshare for six months, and that's what they taught me was,
So
okay, let's say I'm talking to 7-year-old Susie. It's not, hey, could you imagine being on the beach? It's like, all right, Susie, close your eyes right now.
Yeah.
Your eyes are closed, you're on the beach, you just sunk your toes into the sand, you could feel the warmth, and your husband dabs you on the shoulder, and you can feel the sun glaring on you.
Yeah.
And when your eyes are closed, you can see like that red phase. But as the waiter comes to the side, the shadow is now covering you, and realize, hey, there's someone in front of me. And you open your eyes, and he hands you your favorite drink. And from afar, you hear your kids laughing. How do you feel in that moment?
It's real.
Susie?
Exactly.
Would
Yeah.
you want more? So that's like a really
You're
big
painting a
tale.
scene. You're transporting.
Exactly.
someone.
Yeah, that's big.
Okay,
That's a bar.
because when you're doing educational content, people tune out.
They
So
do.
you can talk about content for 10 minutes on stage in person.
Yeah.
But you got to get into a story after 10 minutes. You know?
Where'd you? So you learned that from the talk you saw.
That present tense part, I think I just picked up myself.
Yeah, naturally hearing it. You
My
realize,
first director of my one-man play, he taught me take delight in telling your story. And then I learned things from Bo, who was, did his own one-man play, and I took some courses from him. But I grew up with a long line of storytellers. My grandfather used to tell the same story over and over and over again, and you knew the story was coming.
Yeah, every
and you
family,
knew what it was, and then you'd sit there and you'd be glued to every word.
Yeah.
It's just the power of a good storyteller.
He's incredible. I got to give him his flowers.
Hey, come on now.
He's one of the best storytellers.
I'm sure he is.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I always pass the mic.
You know, Sean Kelly gave me what up, Sean Kelly. Sean Kelly has 10 million followers on his podcast. He interviews billionaires. Grant's been on there. He's like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're like fucking pretty much the best storyteller I've fucking had on this platform.
That's
just saying. But back to you, Ted.
No, I could tell though. Like it goes with communication. You're a good communicator.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so for people, like, just bring us back. Like, you were born, then what happened? Just to kind of give these people some reality on like
growing up,
how you grew up, and all that good stuff.
Strict family. What's life like when you?
I grew up. I was a wild man as a young kid.
Okay.
As a young kid, and fast forward basically. By the time I got into my first career at 21 in the life insurance business.
But Ted, real quick, when you say wild man, you're what? Hyperactive? You're terrorism?
In trouble? Like what's going on?
I was always a disciplined kid. I played athletics, but once I got into drinking, it changed.
Okay.
Once I got into
teenage years?
Yeah, I would say 13.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, 13,
okay, that's young as fuck.
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
Started then, and in my one-man play, I talk about all these crazy stories, but that was the first crazy story,
Okay.
What's that?
How'd you even get in touch with it? Was it in your environment? Was it?
It was in the environment, yeah.
Yeah.
It was in the environment. So you're around people who are doing it. You just go to your first party, and they're drinking, and you go, and then next thing you know, you're eating the goldfish,
That's real.
So what's the household like? Like, what are mom and dad doing?
So mom and dad divorced at 6.
Okay.
Mom was, single mom taking care of us.
Okay. You and your older bro?
Money was tough, tight, super tight. My mom was always stressed about money. She got remarried. Great guy. My dad moved away. We would see him every couple weeks, and then he went to Florida. We'd see him every 6 months.
Gotcha.
So, it was growing up, and I had an older brother who was we were super tight, 14 months apart.
Yeah.
And best friends.
Close.
And so, growing up as a kid, it was, we had a good life, but I always saw my mom worrying about stuff, and I was like, going through life, I'm just going to have a different viewpoint on stuff,
Right. Okay. So how were you in high school?
Well, I was an athlete, so I played baseball and I played tennis.
Okay.
So I was great at that, but I started drinking and I would turn wild,
Damn.
at the shore, Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore down there, at the prom house, lighting couches on fire and throwing dressers off balconies. You get in trouble pretty quick. That's what I'm saying.
That's my kind of party, man. Shit, let's go. Let's get some fucking drinks in here. Let's get some fucking lighters.
You learn a little bit of I'm going down a path here. At 21, 21 is when I OD'd.
No shit. I didn't know about that.
I was 21 and
OD'd on what?
So what happened was I was 21. I just cracked 6 figures in the insurance business. You'll get this from corporate America.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we went out to celebrate, and it was like, this is going to be amazing. Let's go out. We're celebrating. 4 a.m. I'm sitting there on the kitchen floor. OD'd, bag of cocaine, 2 pops of ecstasy, 15 vodka
Son of a
sodas.
bitch.
I'm literally coming out of my body.
Holy
I'm
fuck.
banging in and out, trying to hold on my body, banging in and out. My brother stays by my side all night.
Holy fuck.
Shout
We were
out to
too
bro.
stupid to go to the hospital.
I was like, call the damn fucking ambulance right
Drink
now.
some water.
It's so
Drink some
weird. It's
water.
one of these things where you're so ashamed. You're like, oh, I can hold on, and it hits you so fast, and you're like, you're gonna be okay in the next second, and then you feel yourself leaving.
Son of a bitch.
And the next morning, we made through where I passed out, and next morning I woke up, I'm revived and alive, and.
Wow,
And
that's
so I was like,
insane.
okay, drugs and alcohol probably not do it, but I learned at 22 that money wasn't the answer
Yeah.
because I was
'Cause
chasing.
You grabbed a lot of money, a lot of success.
Yeah, I was making 6 figures at 21, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's big.
But so I learned at a young age, I was chasing that high, whether it was drugs or alcohol, but I was just chasing. I wanted to have fun. I wasn't going out to drink and do drugs because I was unhappy.
Yeah.
I wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
And then I
that?
thought making money would do it, and I thought making partner with the company would do it. You came from corporate America,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
can climb in the corporate ladder.
Did that.
And then all of a sudden you get there, it's like, is this all there is to life?
Did that.
What brought that drive to take it a step back? Like, what brought the drive to even want to, the light bulb of okay, I should be successful financially? What brought that drive?
That I should be successful financially?
Yeah. Because at 21,
You know what? Here's the thing. In this lifetime, looking at it, my friends around me had, I was always the kid who didn't have money. So my friends always had money, and I was like, what the actual fuck, you know?
Yeah.
They always had money. They had cars. You know, I was driving my friends' cars. They had so many cars, like I didn't have one. I would drive theirs to high school, to school. So I just saw that, and so being around that environment, I wanted that. And I always felt my play is called Good Enough because I never felt good enough.
Yeah.
So I always felt less.
Your play's
than.
called Good Enough?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good title.
Yeah,
good
because I
name.
never
Yeah.
felt good enough.
Damn.
So I was always there watching this. I was like, man, I never feel like I fit in with these fucking people.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make money.
Were you, like in high school, you're popular? Like you had a lot of friends and
I
girls liked you
popular.
and shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was popular.
Yeah, so I was popular. I was popular as hell in high school, but it was so forced, but nobody knew it. I was
Forced by you? Forced by you?
Yeah, no, like, dude, I was captain of my fucking wrestling team. I was like top 4 in the city. Like girls liked me, and I never felt like I fit in. But I was trying so fucking hard to be like the dude, and no one knew it. No one, like, dude, I was like hella popular in high school. But I was always like trying to do it.
Yeah, I get that. I get the exact feeling.
Yeah, no one knows that.
The exact feeling. Yeah,
No one knows that.
Yeah, you the appearance that you're popular, but you feel like, dude, I'm still trying to fit in. That's exactly how I felt.
On point.
You're like,
Exactly.
Because they sent me to a different high school, so I had to go
Yeah.
like figure this shit out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and we were always in with the clique, but not fully in with the clique.
That part.
Like, we had my friends who were like the renegades, you know,
That part.
causing the trouble. So we hung out with the popular kids, but we were not fully liked by them.
Damn,
You know
that's
what I'm
crazy.
saying?
That's okay.
Which is probably why we went different career. Like the careers we took are different. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
You know, people see me right now. They're like, dude, what the fuck, man? I thought you were
know.
supposed to be in prison right now, man.
know.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, just barely skated out of high school.
It's funny. My buddy and I from Jersey. He was just here in California. I told you. So he called me out of the blue. He's like, "Yo, you want to meet up?" I said, "Where are you? You're in Colorado." He's like, "No." He's like, "I'm in California right now. You want to meet up halfway between LA and San Diego?" I'm
Of course.
Bro, I'm coming to San Diego today. So I was just sitting with him.
What's he doing tonight?
You know what? I don't know what he's
Dude,
doing.
have him fucking
I should
pull
have
up
him
with
come
us,
out.
bro.
I should have him come
What's
out.
he doing out here?
He's just taking vacation.
Bro, what
Wait,
the fuck,
he's in
dude? I'm the
San
mayor of
Diego
San
right now.
Diego, bro. What are you talking
I'll
about,
tell him to
dude?
come out with us.
Like, does he
Yeah.
like red carpets? Does he like
I'm sure.
fucking free food?
I'm sure.
We'll have a
Yeah.
good
Okay, let's
time.
go, bro.
We'll do dinner. We'll have a good time.
Okay, so
So why insurance? Why did you choose that vehicle, or was it just what came to you at first?
I thought it was a magazine. New York Life called. You know, like Life magazine.
Yeah.
I saw it on the thing, New York Life. I was so damn excited to get a call because the original plan was to go into business with my dad, and my dad went bankrupt. So like that summer, my dad's like, "Hey, change of plans."
What industry?
And he was in like semiconductors, chips that go into computers, right?
Okay.
Surplus, buying the surplus of it. My dad was totally blue collar, grew up on the.
this is your real dad.
Yeah, my real dad.
Okay.
Yeah. So he went bankrupt, and then I was like, what am I going to do? I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I started applying for jobs. I'm so happy to get an interview. New York Life calls. I'm looking at it on the thing.
They
I'm like,
gotcha.
New York Life. And I'm not even listening to what the guy's saying. I'm just like, yeah, I'll come in. So I walk off the elevator and I walk in and I'm looking around the room and I'm like, this doesn't look like a magazine. And the woman at the front desk is like, sweetie, are you lost? And I'm like, nah, I think I'm here for an interview, but it's with a magazine. And she's like, sweetie, this is an insurance company. She goes, what's your name? I go, my name's Ted McGrath. She goes, yeah, we have you down for an interview, but it's an insurance company. She's like, do you still want the interview? I'm like, sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
This
Just
is
found
in
the
New
place.
Jersey?
This is in Florida.
Oh, this is in Florida.
Yeah, Florida, because I went to school in Florida. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
So how long did you run the insurance play?
I ran it for like 7-8 years.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah, 7-8 years.
Good amount of time.
And,
what was the transition out? What was?
Excuse me, damn.
Why'd you stop?
You know, Dan Sullivan was a mentor of mine growing up. My boss who hired me initially was my best friend. So we became best friends very fast. And Dan Sullivan owns a company called Strategic Coach. You ever heard of it?
No.
No.
It's based on the idea of unique ability. Like everybody on the face of the planet has something that they do better than anybody else. It's
Yeah.
unique
Yeah.
to them. Only they can do it, right?
Agree.
And so I used to listen to him all the time. But being in an insurance company, I'm like, I'm not really an entrepreneur. Even though we're straight commission, I'm not really an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to it, and I'm like, dude, I'm listening to this guy every day. It's feeding to my soul. And I started to be like, talk about intention, counter-intention. Like, the intention, let's go make money in the insurance business. But I have the counter-intention of like, I want to go do something else. But I'm so scared shitless that I don't know what the fuck I want to do. Because my mentor's like 13 years older than me. He like bleeds New York Life. Like at the time, he was like so solid
I'll
with them.
die in New York Life.
Exactly.
Fucking agent.
Exactly.
You got the tattoo and everything.
See that
Exactly.
fucking Mercedes right there? New York Life.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
I know, bro.
Exactly. You know, from being from corporate America.
Dude, I 100% know, bro. I can see it.
Yeah. So that was it, and then eventually, you know, I became one of the top partners in the company, and then after like achieving that, it was just kind of like, is this all there is, man?
So you're there for what, 6
more.
years?
I was there for like 7-8 years
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What city in Florida?
in Orlando.
Okay. I heard fucking Orlando's like one of the top, if not the top,
Insurance.
tourist destinations in the country.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? I've never
For
been.
sure.
I got to take my kids to the SeaWorld or whatever.
I was there in like early 2000 when it was just like little old Orlando, you know, and they had Church Street down there,
Yeah.
and they had all their little clubs.
They got a lot of shit out there now,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, they got a lot. And they had all their little clubs there. And it was just this little small city, you know.
Yeah.
So what happened after that?
Yeah. What happened when you
trans-
bounced?
Yeah, you transitioned.
Would you pray
What'd you
about
do
it?
next?
How'd you leave?
It was just fast. It was like we had just hit the best goals of our entire life.
Oh,
Like,
fuck.
we had made the most money we'd ever made.
Yeah.
That was big.
And I remember you have to give like a State of the Union.
Yep.
Right. You hit your goals, and at the end of June, which is funny, it's the end of June right now.
Yep.
So at the end of June, June 30th, you finish like a year at New York Life. There's a
Yep.
certain season they have. And so at the end, we had a huge result. And so my boss got up and gave a State of the Union. At the time, he was my partner. And he kind of just ran out of the room. He threw markers at everybody. And he's like, you take over the damn room, right?
What happened though? He was pissed.
He was just pissed because we didn't hit the stretch target.
I see.
Right,
I see.
we my unit did amazing and my group did amazing, but we didn't hit the stretch that we wanted to hit. So the fact that we didn't hit the stretch, he got a little pissed. He's like, I'm out of here, right? So he's like, you run the meeting. So I got up, and during the State of the Union, you kind of have to hold people's feet to the fire.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
going through, and I'm like, oh, and you did this, and you did this, but behind the scenes, I was doing all the production. I was in management as a partner, but I was running out doing the production and handing it to my agents.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm doing hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
In like production, and I'm just giving the checks to people. Right.
Okay.
So I'm announcing like, hey, and you did 40,000 this month, knowing that I did the 40,000. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're applauding people, and you did 30,000. And by the time I got to the end, and there's this one guy there left, and you have to hold somebody's feet to the fire. I'm like, and you did 40,000, but you actually didn't do jack shit. I did your fucking production.
You said that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hardcore, bro.
Oh damn!
In front
That's
of
hardcore,
everybody.
bro. Holy
in front
fuck.
of everybody.
How many
Yeah.
people there?
60 some odd people.
Ooh, damn. That's like a front, baby.
And so it happens. I don't like it. I walk into my office. I turn like green, white. I'm sick to my stomach with what I just did.
Yeah.
I almost pass out and throw up on
Yeah.
the couch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it wasn't the only reason I left, but it's like, dude, I can't do this shit anymore.
Yeah. Transition.
And then we just looked at it, and a whole bunch of stuff happened that like the things came together to where it was just like, it's time to go.
Yeah, and that was like at the fucking top of that biggest damn month you had.
It was the biggest month I've had in my career, and my partner got promoted to go take over another office. Right, so he was going to Cleveland, Ohio, to take over another office.
Yeah.
And so like the plan was I was going to go over there as a partner to be with him.
Gotcha.
Run it
And
up, yeah.
but nobody had known that I had already I had told him, I'm like, I'm done. I'll stay for the quarter to
Yeah.
get the income up, but I'm out.
So where'd you go?
Yeah, what'd you do after?
Well, then I moved to San Diego. Here.
Oh,
But
okay.
how? Why?
Well, initially, here's the
He's like,
funny thing.
I met a pretty girl.
But here's the funny thing. So he went to go take over the office in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's right.
And I decided that I was gonna fly out there, and I was like, great, I'll move from Florida. I'll be with you in Cleveland, even though I'm not working with New York Life.
Okay,
But-
just you got your boy, and I know people in the city.
I got my buddy. I'm like,
Yeah.
we'll just go and we'll go build a company together. So I went out there, and then a few months later, he resigns.
Oh,
Why do you
what?
resign?
Yeah, things kind of
other shit.
Yeah, some
Okay.
other shit,
Some
right?
behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
some other stuff.
Hey, the nitty
So-
party.
What's her name?
Yeah. No, that wasn't it. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. But then we're sitting there in Cleveland, Ohio, dude, and we're like, what the fuck are we doing in Cleveland, Ohio?
Oh, so you actually
Yeah.
made it out there? To
Yeah, I
Cleveland.
made it out there.
Okay.
I got out there on January 2nd. I'm like, I'm
and he bounces right
washing
after.
the snow off my freaking Mercedes with,
From
with
fucking Florida.
with a Gatorade bottle, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it was
Damn.
terrible. So we moved. So we're just like, where do you guys want to go? And I was like, I want to go to LA. They're like, we want to go to San Diego. He had wife and kids.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, great, let's go to San Diego. So we went to San Diego.
Dude.
Yeah.
How long did you post up here in San Diego?
Yeah.
I was up here for like, maybe like 4 or 5 years. 5 years.
What were you doing in San Diego?
I started trying to build a business, you know. And I was initially
I didn't know that
I was
shit.
initially building a business with him, and then I was like, nah, this isn't really my passion.
Yeah.
So in like around 2012ish or something, right around there is when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go start like dabbling with speaking and stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's when you began
Okay.
the birth.
Yeah.
When did let's say 2012, you were speaking, but you weren't really. I would imagine you weren't leveraging the internet a whole lot.
No.
Yeah, there was really no
I didn't
fucking
start
internet.
leveraging the internet till like 2016.
Yeah.
That was when Instagram started really pop off.
Yeah, but 2016.
Yeah.
But I was walking around and doing talks in the local community here in San Diego.
It's crazy though.
Wherever
man.
I could go, meetup groups, wherever. I would go talk to 2 people. I remember I
What
was
the
on a
fuck,
stage
man?
with like 2 people. I'm giving this talk, and I make a
Yeah.
pitch to 2 people, and I close one for
Son of a
$1,000 bucks.
hey,
I'm like 50% closing,
Let's go,
bro.
baby. 50%
50%,
closing, bro.
Let's
I'll
go.
see you
Bro,
fucking tomorrow.
I was hustling to build it like you guys do.
That's
you know?
crazy, dude.
So Ted,
The internet shit's just so
No,
crazy
it's
nowadays.
popped
Yeah, completely.
I was, when so me and this guy 10 years ago, man, would have like a record breaking month, which would be like
every month.
$18,000. Then like the next month, $19,000,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd go down to San Diego Bay and stare at the sky rises, specifically the penthouses, and I'd be like, "Yo, that's where I'm moving," and John would be like, "Nah, fuck you, man, because I'm moving there." I'm like, "No, fuck you, I picked it first." And so we would do that.
Yeah.
But we always wanted like a mentor. We always wanted like a multi-millionaire, a billionaire guy to be like, "Hey, you guys are cool, man. You guys like you guys like to watch UFC," and it never really happened. And nowadays, you can. There's so much access now.
Complete.
And sometimes you
it's
got
totally
to pay to play
Yeah.
often.
And you guys were buddies all along, yeah?
Oh yeah. I met him when he was young. This dude was like 105 pounds when I met him.
Yeah. It's crazy though to see now because we deal with a lot
The internet's
of
crazy now, bro.
young. When I say young, it's like our audience is now like the 20 to 30-year-old. To be fair,
Yeah.
You think
But,
so?
I
I think it's fucking younger.
maybe 18 to
Yeah,
30. But I'm saying inner circle. Like you're
Oh,
25,
inner circle's
50.
different. Yeah, for
He's
sure.
a program where he coaches people on how to grow and scale a business, and some of these people they're aspiring business owners, so they're just getting in the deal. And we once in a while come around, and I won't say a specific name, but little Timmy comes into the program, invests, and it's like 1 month in his whole entrepreneur journey, and he's like, "All right, time to throw in the towel. Like I tried it for a month, guys.
Yeah, it happens.
Not gonna be for me." And I'm like, dang, hearing your story, hearing what we've been through, it takes time to really learn about yourself and identify what it is that you enjoy, because if you're not passionate about it, you're going to give up when the lows hit lows. And when the highs hit highs, it's great, it's awesome, but when shit really gets tough, when you're passionate about it, that's when you get back up, you put the gloves back on, you start swinging again. And that's all we did throughout these years was we never gave up. We never gave up. We never gave up. We have these vision boards. One's in my office. 2015, it took me 7 years to get a Lamborghini. And it's like, man, if I would have gave up 1 month in, where would I be now? 1 year in, where would I be now? So it's incredible to hear your story. And throughout all these trials and tribulations, you never stopped. You kept going. And you eventually found your lane through learning more about yourself and learning more about what you're good at and what your excellence to provide value to the community is in. So to these younger people that are watching, they're just new. What do you deal with younger people that are kind of in your program, in your course, or is it mainly people that are veterans in this space?
Who's your public?
Who's your audience?
Well, we're dealing with coaches, consultants, creators, service businesses, speakers. That's our audience. Interestingly enough, I want to attract also a younger demographic.
Yeah.
Where we pull in people. When I'm doing my finance stuff, it's 35 to 55, heavy in that area.
Okay.
35 to 55.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then
Wow.
with Message to Million Stage Empire, about the same.
Yeah.
And Facebook will start targeting people over 65 for us sometimes too, because
Oh, wow.
like people with knowledge and life experience
Yeah.
want to do it. My ideal customer is somewhere between 35 and 44. You know.
You ever deal with clients that use the term or like they feel that burnout? Because we've dealt
Burnout?
with that burnout.
Yeah.
Like clients, man, time to throw in the towel. What do you tell a client that's going through burnout?
Bro, it's
What is
ethic.
burnout?
It's to me, it's ethics.
Oh,
Ooh.
ooh,
If you feel good about what you're doing
Yeah.
and you feel aligned ethically with it,
yeah,
you're not going to burn out,
that's real.
right? So
That's
to me,
real.
that's what it is. So like, I mean, I'm highly kind of skilled in this area, so I know the manifestations when somebody's showing something. I can see what it is,
Fuck.
right?
That's a
So
bummer.
like, how are you going to burn out? Like, how are you going to burn out after doing something? Like, shouldn't you get more excited about doing it?
Yeah,
Right. So it's like, why does one leave from a company? They don't leave because they're a good person or whatever.
They're doing wrong shit.
They're doing
hiding
shit.
shit.
They're doing stuff, and they're actually good. They don't want to hurt the group.
Yeah.
So like people are good, right? But like
Yeah.
they blow from a company because they're like worried somebody's going to find something out, and it's probably some piddly thing that they did, like showing up late or whatever. It's not like bad stuff, you know. But like people got to keep their ethics in, and it's in this planet. It's a tough thing to do. You got the internet, you got drugs, you got alcohol, you got girls, you got so much stuff going on that's coming at people, and not to mention the confusion that's marketed to the younger generation nonstop on purpose.
Yeah,
to confuse the younger
like
generation.
mainstream media.
Yeah,
and
it's
all
on purpose. There's people in the corner lurking in the corners, trying to take. You know, they're trying to confuse the younger generation. They're trying to get people addicted to drugs, and they're messing up society.
Yeah. So just there was a lot of shit in the media this year, and it was like the damn plane crash.
Yeah.
And they're like, there was more plane crashes year to date at this time in 2024 than there is today.
Yeah.
So I'm freaking the fuck out my damn self. I'm like, do I want to get on the damn plane?
Yeah.
They said there was more plane crashes year to date in 2024 than there was at that time. Yeah, it's just
it's chaos created on purpose.
Yeah.
Because if somebody's going to get close to the source of what's going on, they create another confusion, and you just never get to the source.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all done on purpose, man. I mean, look at the younger generation. You got the fastest growing segment of the population on psych drugs is kids 0 to 5.
Yeah, that's
0 to 5.
Yeah, zero to 5.
How the fuck you gonna have a kid?
Well, they tried to sell it. The DSM is the Diagnostic Statistical Manual. It's where the psychiatrists sit in a room and they vote.
Yeah,
because it's not based on science, right? So they sit there and they vote. And they actually say, is this a disease? And they sit around and they vote, and that's how it goes in the book. The book, the Diagnostic Statistical Manual.
Yeah.
Like it goes in that book because they vote on it, right? So they created a book for kids, 0 to 3.
Wow.
Fuck me.
And they created a list of psychiatric diseases, and they couldn't sell it 0 to 3, so they widened the target.
0 to 5.
0 to 5.
Yeah.
And now, like thumb sucking for a young baby for too long is a psychiatric disease.
That's bullshit. It's not real.
If you walk away from the crib for too long, and the kid's crying too much, your kid has a psychiatric disease.
Yeah,
these are labeled in the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Kids 0 to 5, and this is what the psychiatry industry dreams of.
Wow.
So obviously there's like different motives, but is it a lot of money based?
Yeah, it's money, and if you want to entrap
control.
Yeah, I mean, we're powerful individuals.
Yeah.
Like, you know how much it takes to mess us up? We're powerful spiritual beings, people on this planet.
I believe that.
So they got to do a really good job to screw us up, and drugs is one of the ways to do it.
And the earlier
so check this out, John.
the better.
So check this out. So I was today I'm very quiet, very low energy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But let the dogs out, buddy.
I was always very hyperactive in elementary school, and I still am. And I remember I was 5 years old. I was always really aware, but I remember like I just like whatever I was labeled, OCD, ADD, ADHD, all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember I'm 5 years old, so I'm 41, and my parents, my stepdad that raised me and my mom were at the parent conference, parent teacher conference. Yeah. There's the teacher, there's the vice principal, there's the principal, and then there's the nurse. And I'm like, "Little Michael, go read a book." It's like 4:00, school's over, and I'm like 5 years old. I know what the fuck they're talking about. I know every damn thing they're talking about. Your son's a distraction in the class, and your son cannot sit still where kids are sitting, and taking a nap. Your son is poking people. And the fucking nurse is like, yo, he needs like medications. You can't really say shit like that. It's illegal from what I know. Like in public education to push medications.
Oh,
they still do it though.
But they can push pamphlets where they hand out.
It's the same shit.
Yeah,
same fucking thing, right?
They're trying to. Yeah, there's a whole nother thing. But go ahead. Yeah.
So my dad, I'm fucking 5 years old. I'm in kindergarten. My dad's like, so you're telling me that my son Michael cannot sit? No, he goes like this. He's like, how long does he sit on the carpet? 4 hours. So 4 hours. School's 6.5 hours. Listen, so you're telling me because my son cannot sit still on a carpet for 4 hours, he has a problem? He needs drugs? Are you fucking kidding? He didn't say fucking. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So he shut that down. And end of story with that.
Yeah. Smart. Brilliant.
So
good for your father.
So now that little thing stuck with me. So now I'm a dad now. So same thing with my fucking daughter. It's like kindergarten, Juliana. It's kindergarten. It's first grade. And, kindergarten. She's very hyperactive. Oh, this one got a lot of energy. She's a distraction. First grade, she has a lot of energy. She's a fucking distraction. My wife's freaking the hell out. I was like, don't worry about it. It's a gift. It all pays off at the end.
Oh God.
Talk about myself. So we got a referral to go see a doctor. Listen to me, dude. I'm telling you, I'm there for fucking 5 minutes. The doctor must ask 1 or 2 questions.
And then he wants to prescribe.
I was blown, bro.
Yeah.
Does she have problems fucking, could she read a book? Could she do this? And he's like, she's a great fucking candidate for whatever the fuck.
XYZ thing that you don't understand. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And we walked out. My wife's like, what are we going to do? I was like, fuck that. Hell. I was like, Dan, are you? No way. And I went back to it with my dad.
Good for you, dude.
But dude, it was crazy. But and we even got a phone call. It must have been a day later. And his own team was like, Dr. So-and-so is whatever word they use. He seemed a little ambitious. We're going to bring Julianne back and do another assessment. Dude, this guy said 3 sentences, like, fucking take this shit. Yeah. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, but you can't test for a chemical imbalance. So that's the whole...
Oh, you can't? Okay.
You can't.
Fuck that.
There's no test that exists for it that you can prove that somebody has a chemical imbalance. Now, I'm not saying people don't have problems. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. But there's no actual test where you can test for that. So the whole premise of that medication is based on your child has a chemical imbalance. That's right. And you can't test for that.
That's bullshit then.
So
it's not real.
So it's just a whole nother thing on this planet that's just like, your kid's excited, or your kid is alive, right? That's what you want.
Of course, bro.
Right? But if you had another agenda and then you wanted to make sure that the kids who are alive and excited, you wanted to dumb them down.
You know what's fucked up though, man?
That'd be a good way to do it.
You know what's fucked up though? For the kids that didn't have a dad like me, where my dad said, no, you're crazy. And the kid's fucking 5 years old.
They don't have.
And the kid's fucking 17 years old now and he's been doped up for like the last 12 years. That's really fucked up, dude.
I understand.
Very fucking sad, man.
I understand.
It's horrible. Son of a bitch.
But good on you and good on your dad.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He saved
you. Yeah, he did. I remember that. I was like 5 years old. I could have been, dude, and we come from, none of my parents graduated high school. And my mom had me at 16. Mm-hmm. So let's just say she didn't go with my stepdad. So I'm 5, she's 21, she's super young. Imagine you have a principal at a school, vice principal, the teacher, and the damn nurse saying, hey, listen, he has some issues. She more likely would not have really known better.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's the thing. People don't know better. They're trusting this
doctor.
But how do you know? You meet with somebody for 2 minutes and there could be 1,000,001 things going on with them, and you know the exact thing at the exact moment. When you know somebody for 2 minutes, just use logic. How's that possible?
Yeah.
How's it possible?
They assume because they have the degree or because they have the title that they know what's right.
Yeah, and then you have all these words that they're putting in that nobody understands, and that's how you confuse people. You give them words they don't understand.
They're like,
misunderstood words.
Yeah,
your kid's jumping around in class because he's bored and he's got misunderstood words. Man, help him look up his words.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, straight up. That's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's wild. So Ted, on that, when you speak, do you almost lower the vocabulary so that more people can understand and hear?
Yeah, because my vocabulary is low.
Oh shit! Okay,
they said Trump talks at like a third and fourth grade level.
I don't communicate. It's just never small words are good for me, and they're also good for a public. So if you really know your subject, you can just communicate it very, very simply.
Yeah,
it's not hard. So I am mindful when I'm talking about something that's new. I'll just give them a metaphor or something, or I'll explain it like something simple so that somebody can understand. But I'm very aware of, like, I do not want to give this person something that's misunderstood. But at the same time, you can't not teach your sales technology or your marketing technology. You have to teach it. But you just have to pay attention. So this guy's glazed over or he's yawning. Hey, what's happening?
Indicators,
Nick's never taught me that.
Yeah,
what up, Nick?
Yeah. What's happening, you know? So you just got to, you pick it up and then you just go from there.
That's funny.
So you took to speaking. When did you realize, like, okay, I'm actually kind of good at this? And then it started to take off. Because you left the insurance, then you started the potential business, didn't work out, and then you went to speaking.
Yeah, so the moment I realized I was good, you want it?
Tell us.
Okay.
Tell us.
22.
Okay.
All right, I walk into this CPA firm, accountants.
Yep.
Okay.
And I walk in, and there's like these U-shaped tables, and there's 10 CPAs sitting around the table, and there's not a person in there under 60 years old. They got pocket protectors, number two pencils, right? And I walk up on stage, and I start delivering the talk. And about 2 minutes into the talk, I go blank.
Oh, shit.
Like completely forget my lines.
Yeah.
Oh,
But what were we
wow.
talking about?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Okay, it was finance.
Okay.
Finance. But I didn't know it because I didn't know the information. I had memorized it.
Yeah.
So I go completely blank, and then the harder I try, because I have the whole script memorized, I can't remember the next word.
Yeah.
And the harder I try, and there's just 2 beads of sweat, they just start coming down my forehead.
Oh.
That's rough, bro.
And then it just starts dripping down my shirt, and I have this, this suit on,
you could
and this
see the
light blue
sweat.
shirt with no undershirt,
See
and
the
so
sweat.
Hide it now.
I decide I'm going to take
Shit.
off the jacket, bro, and I take off the jacket, and
Oh,
it's
hell no.
streaming down.
Fuck me.
And the only thing I can think of, and I kid you, within like a minute, I am waterlogged. So the best
Fuck.
thing to do is I decide I'm going to sit in the front row. So I walk and I sit in the front row with the CPAs right here, and we're watching nobody on the freaking stage. And for 60 seconds, it seems like an eternity.
For
and
sure.
nobody's saying a word.
Wow.
So in all my just persistence as an
Yeah.
athlete or a spiritual being, I get back up and I finish the talk and deliver the worst talk
Okay, so you went back
ever.
up.
Oh, I got back
Yeah,
up.
that's
Okay.
courage, though.
Yep, and I delivered the worst talk ever, and I'm like, I am done. I quit. I'm freaking done permanently. I will never speak again. And then, of course, came in the office like a week later to my boss after I pretended like I was sick. Pretending I'm sick, right? And then I'm like, get
That's
me
funny.
another stage, let's do it. And then I got up and I did the next stage.
Oh, love
So
that.
so when did I realize I was good at it? I just realized I wasn't afraid of it anymore after that.
Yeah.
And when I wasn't afraid of it, I was like, dude, what's the worst that can happen now? I just embarrass myself.
Yeah,
the worst
you ain't
shit
gonna
possible.
die.
You ain't gonna die, right?
Yeah.
So then I just started to work at it, and got better.
So check this out. As long as you know me, a decade now,
Yeah.
would you ever consider me shy, introverted,
Insecure?
insecure? Like, would you?
No.
Okay, so I'm like 25 years old. I'm in corporate. I'm a brand new career advisor. Never did no damn public speaking. Like in the neighborhood, I talked to all my homeboys, but I never did no public speaking. So our campus was failing. I used to get people jobs at the college, and it's for-profit education. UEI College, like Kaplan College, Intercoast College, is for-profit. So we get you like a medical assistant degree or a dental assistant degree. So our campus is failing. They brought in one of the top performing directors from a different campus. It's like day one. She just fucking brought it. I was like, damn, this chick's a beast. She's like, Mike, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, Cheryl, I'm just, getting my report ready. She's like, come on, let's go. We're doing classroom visits. I'm like, what's a classroom visit? She's like, come on, let's go. So she walked in the classroom, and there's like 20 students there, and she just ripped it. She's like, bop, 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 bop. The thing is, you can get a medical assistant's degree, but if you don't have your resume, if you don't know how to interview, ain't no one gonna hire you. So right now, career services is a place, the light at the end of the tunnel when you get done with your certification. I was like, wow. So we go to the next one. I was like, she's gonna kill it again. And she fucking she's like, and this is Mike Barron, and he doesn't know yet, but he's brand new, and he's gonna be the best thing ever. She's like, Mike, what do you got to say to these students? And dude, it was a really tough time.
Yeah.
And it was your first talk?
That was my first fucking talk, dude.
Wow. That's crazy.
And
Did you sweat? Did you?
I was sweating. I was cracking. It was tough, bro.
Yeah.
It was fucking tough.
It's hard to confront. Like
It
it's hard.
is.
It's hard to confront the audience. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you have to confront the person and that there's somebody there.
100%.
And when you're doing a talk and you don't know that anybody, like you're just going, like my talks, I'm going back and forth, back and forth,
Yep.
back and forth. I'm like not giving the communication to the audience.
that
that's
That's
right
how I
there.
got over stage fright.
Yeah.
To actually give it somewhere instead of give it in my head. Because if you're giving it in your head versus giving the...
Can you tell these guys right here? That's your camera right there.
Yeah, that's it. So if you're giving the communication and
Son of a bitch.
and when you're in an audience, you have to give the communication. And so the way that you deliver to 100 people is you have to be able to give the intention and the communication to the back row,
Yeah, I know that.
right? And
I
then
know
you
that.
also need to be able to pull it in and bring it down here.
Yeah.
In front.
And then you also need to be able to put it sideways. So you have to be
Fuck
like,
me.
oh, there's an audience in front of me, so let me actually talk to this person. So when I do a talk, when I first start at my seminars, and I walk on stage, even on somebody else's stage, I'll just be like, I'll get in communication with them.
Yeah.
Great.
he
So
does that a lot.
tell me what would you like to hear today? What would be useful for you? And the moment you're in communication, you're just communicating.
Yeah.
But people think speaking's a whole thing of like, I'm going to get up and give this amazing presentation. It's like,
Yeah.
you got to get in communication
yeah.
with the people. Then you feel comfortable because there's somebody there to communicate with.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm just communicating like we're talking right now.
100%.
You know?
That's
and
good.
then it becomes fun and it's a conversation.
Yes. Okay, so check this out. So I'm at Grant's office. This is 2014-ish. And his director's still there. His name is Todd Straw. This guy's like,
Yeah, I know
brilliant.
Todd. Yeah.
He's fucking,
Yeah.
he's off the
amazing.
chain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Todd's great.
He must have been 22 years old when I was there. I was like, this kid's like a fucking boy genius. Like, what the fuck? So he's like, Mike, what's going on? I'm like, man, fucking I'm cold calling people, man. They won't respond, man. I'm pissed. It's like, it's not true, bro. You don't know how to communicate. I'm like, what? He's like, watch. Show me your phone. So I'm like, I'm cold calling all these car dealerships. He's like, show me your text message. I'm just blowing people up. There's no duplication, right?
Yeah, you're talking to a wall.
Show me the next one. He's like, watch this. This is the GM from fucking, such and such, Miami. This is the spot from Charlotte, North Carolina. He's like, what do you notice? I'm like, when you message them, they message you back. He's like, exactly. He's like, communication's like tennis. When you serve a ball, that's a line of communication. And then the person you serve it to, they receive it, and then they serve it back. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, eventually you start getting to a volley, and now you're in communication. So you hit the ball, you don't get the ball back. No one's like, he's like, when I serve the ball, I get the ball back every time. I was like, what the fuck? So that was one crazy thing that blew me away. I started, how do you get the ball back?
That's a good metaphor.
Yeah.
Right, really good metaphor.
Yeah, I played tennis, so I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
And then for me, I'll talk on subjects that create like a lot of affinity, but a lot of reality. But you prompt your communication with like a question. It could be simple as like, "Hey, bro, so excited to see you. Today at 4 p.m. Really, parentheses the closer. It's going to show you exactly how we could take you from that 6-figure mark to that multiple 6-figure mark." Question: do you need anything from them in the meantime? That prompts the response.
Yep.
So now, I got that from Todd. Then I had another coach named Kareem. He's from Baltimore, Maryland. I brought him to my audience, and every time I brought Kareem to speak to my people, he'd be like, "Okay, so A, B, and C. Mike, does that make sense? Okay, great. What did you like about that? Awesome." And then really, you kind of like winked. What's going on with you, man? How are you feeling right now?
Yeah.
So just through observation, the short time I had with Kareem, I was like, okay, I know how to communicate to people now. We have 8-figure, sometimes 9-figure guests
Yeah.
that will talk to our audience. We'll fill up a Zoom link with like, let's say 150 people, 50 people local, 200 people in total. This guy's like not one guy, hi Tanner, but there'll be multiple people. They'll do a presentation and they're just like, and they're not really in communication.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
That's the difference.
Crazy.
Because it's exhausting. Like if you just have to present,
because
you're not in communication, so it goes nowhere.
It's exhausting to both people,
Yeah.
both
They're not
parties.
receiving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if you just talk to them from the stage, it's better.
Fuck
All right,
me.
I got to do a restroom timeout.
Hey, come on, man.
Okay.
Restroom break?
Hey, timeout. Yeah.
Restroom break. There it is.
Okay. Dude, it's fucking great to see you.
Yeah,
man.
likewise, man.
Yeah.
That's Todd. I know Todd. Todd's a good dude.
He
Yeah.
do you
He's
know,
killing it.
He's incredible,
Yeah,
man.
he's like in charge of the sales guys now, right?
Yeah, so when I started, it was Jared,
Yeah.
who's Grant's number 2. Then he kind of went off and did some different shit. But Todd is the guy that pretty much runs the whole thing.
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I seen him last year, and when I went to Grant's, I never arrived. You know what I mean? And I knew I had the ability. I knew I had the talent. I knew I had the work ethic. I knew I was hungry, but I never fucking arrived. And I blew out. Whatever. I come back to San Diego, and I'm pretty much hiding from like all my friends and even my family, because before I left, there was a big old party. It's like, Mike, if anyone's ever gonna make it, it's gonna be Mike, and he's gonna go meet the billionaire guy or whatever. And like, Mike, when you become successful, we're all going. It was like a big old fucking party.
Yeah.
So I went there, it fell on my face, and I came back. I was ashamed.
Oh, wow.
I felt like a failure.
Yeah, understood.
So for about half a year, no one knew I was in San Diego. Because I went there to fucking like do this incredible thing that, I was destined to do for my group. So I came back and it wasn't that. So I came back and the shit I was hearing from Grant and his executives, the stuff I was hearing in Miami, it would hit me like 6 months later, 12 months later, 18 months later. I would have these fucking like huge light bulbs, these huge I was like, I'd be driving, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be like eating food. I'm like, fuck. That's what he was talking about.
Yes.
It was crazy, bro.
That's amazing, though.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
At the time, dude, I wasn't ready.
But great training.
Yeah.
That you took on with you later in life.
I had to go there.
Yeah.
And that everything changed after I went there. Anyways, so I ran into Todd and like, dude, fucking Baron, you're fucking killing it, man. It was fucking, and I was always kind of backed off after I left. I never wanted to go to like a 10X thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like backed off. And we did a deal. We got Cardone U again. Steve Spray's our guy. You know Steve Spray?
Yeah, I know Steve. Yeah.
He's fucking incredible,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
He's incredible. We went to go work out with him in Miami. I'm like, well, John, what do you think about Steve Spray? You're like, that is a very disciplined man.
Totally, right? Yeah.
No, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's locked in, bro.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
he's locked in, bro. Fucking
Yeah,
bakes his
he's
salmon every damn day.
He's locked in.
He's
Yeah.
locked in, dude.
Yeah, so
I love it though.
But what I was telling you is, I seen him last year, and it was like full circle. I got my flowers. Like, bro, we've been watching. You're killing it, bro. We're all proud of you.
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
They should be.
Yeah, it was dope, man.
Yeah, you went your own path
They-
and you fucking
they've
crushed
been-
it, man.
Almost saw us as a threat, like because we were gonna do.
But I started acting like a dick. I was like, "Hey, Todd, keep it real, bro. You know, no one's ever left Cardone's office and fucking touch the paper that we've touched, motherfucker."
Sales coaching. We were like, all right, we'll do the upsell. We'll do the Cardone coaching, and they're like, well,
Conflict of
actually,
interest.
Conflict of interest.
But it's all love, though. It's all love.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
because we actually take data, and we know how to duplicate and run with it.
No, we go fucking nuts.
Well, you could say one sentence right now on this podcast, and
Yeah, I know.
Like you-
No, I already got it. I already got the sentence. I
I
fucking
can
did it.
already tell.
No,
with
we're
you
gonna
guys.
go-
I already got the sentence I
Yeah,
needed.
I can
We're-
already tell. Yeah.
talking in present time, like
That's
trust me, we're good. Like,
You'll see us on Instagram. We're like, son of a bitch, I know where he got that from. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, we rolling. We'll just pick up naturally. Yeah.
No, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, what is the hardest part of your job
Today.
Today,
Yeah,
the car ride. That's it, man.
really?
Yeah,
That's
I
fucking
mean,
great.
I drove up here early, so
Okay.
So I mean, today, when I was up at 6:30.
Just general though, like
Yeah, like, what do you-
we don't like to be general, but like just present time.
Is
dude.
it the
like,
software
you know-
shit?
you
Is
know-
it
Mid-year
is it
2025.
team members?
What's
You
the hardest
got-
part of your job?
I would say it's getting the team organized with statistics and reporting them
Yeah.
effectively and properly.
Yeah.
And I've pretty much
That's
taken
huge.
over that role in the company right now.
Okay.
To just put a company there, because last time with COVID when I did it, it was like me as one guy just kind of building the thing and booming it.
Yeah.
And then when I kind of chilled out for a little while, I had not put the company there fully to establish it.
Gotcha.
So now I'm going through each area and I'm just like, great. So report
Padding.
your stats to me. Report your stats
Yeah.
to me. And it's taking time, man.
Yeah.
You know? So- and
we're gonna
it's-
talk over dinner, dude.
It's time.
Do you
and
do
you guys
the-
do? You guys do it with your company?
Oh,
He does.
you
I
do.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
So I'd
do
love
the-
to hear what you're doing on it.
I'm phase 2, man.
You know,
Yeah, he's
It's
phase
amazing.
Two. He's phase 2. So do you do the 7 divisions?
we do. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do the 7 divisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more like, then it's putting it in and making sure that people are
Yeah,
doing
having
it.
it's reinforcing, reissuing.
Exactly.
So I believe that people like you're a junior. I believe the junior is only as good as the person running them.
That's real.
So we staff closers. First off, you've seen our commissions. Every one of our closers is a multiple 6-figure earner. There's not one.
Yeah.
But guess what? We have a lot of administration. Like, guess what? You don't show up late. Guess what? There's a lot of policy. Guess what? Like, metrics, expectations. It's very defined. So sometimes we'll put a closer with the partner, and they're like, Mike, what the hell? This guy sucks. Meanwhile, I don't believe it's the junior. I believe it's the person running them. You know. So like, what with your business? What's the day to day? Like, look like for you?
Morning meeting.
Are you putting in 40 hours? You putting in 60 hours? You putting in 4 hours?
I mean, I have many games going on. So like I'll get up and so I get up and I'll go straight to trading. So the market's open at 6:30.
Gotcha.
So I'll go place a few trades with crypto.
Okay.
That normally goes for 45 minutes or so. Then I'll jump on with my sales team.
Okay.
Depending on what I'm doing at that time, it's either my setters or my closers.
And you'll jump on.
I'll jump on. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, somebody else is running them, but I'll jump on right now because I'm putting in the stats and all that.
Yeah, the big dog's there.
Yeah. So I'll jump in and do that, and then I'll jump on something for the new software company because we're doing that. So we're building out a new software for this
you mentioned
platform, M Game, making money fun. Then I'll go do a show, like a YouTube show. So I'll do something on finance.
Okay, you're recording from your house?
I do a show on Bitcoin, yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
Cool. That's on what, YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll go do that. Then I will check in on other projects that I'm doing. Like I just have a book that's coming out, Stage Empire. So we got to get that launched, bestseller.
Yep.
I have a second book I'm writing on finance called My Bitcoin Strategy. That's almost done. I'll be working on my film. So I have a producer to develop my actual feature film, not the play.
Wow.
But I'm filming that in March next year.
Hell yeah.
So I've got a lot of games, and then I'll go on study to do I'm a Scientologist, so I'll go do some type of study, whether it's course or some form of auditing during the day, which takes up some time too.
2-3 hours probably.
Yeah. And that's kind of like your typical. That's like your
my
typical
spiritual
routine.
stuff is a couple hours a day at least.
Couple hours.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
That's big, man.
That's
big.
probably takes up 3 hours a day. With what I'm doing, yeah.
And how do you balancing? Is it by schedule? You got your assistant who's like,
I have
hey,
an
Ted.
assistant who's great. Like I'll check in with her on stuff. She's got all my projects organized, everything. Like I called her on the way over here. Like, Bob, what do we got to activate on? Boom, 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 boom. She's got all written. I show up to call. It's all there.
So do you have an ED? Do you have an executive director, a CEO, or are you acting?
Hey, you better not fucking leave me, bro. What are you doing?
I'm acting as the CEO right now.
Okay.
But like Brandon's like kind of my COO, and he really runs the operations.
Yeah.
But like I'm jumping in because I really want to put the tech in of like the admin tech
Yeah.
in.
Dude, we gotta talk.
I really want to put
We
that
gotta
in.
talk.
And we have stats across every area, so I can look in a second and figure out the stats. But then it's getting people to think with it and present solutions intelligently.
Oh,
so you got to train them on that. It's not just like people are not used to thinking logically. So they come and report a stat, and the common thing that's missing is a solution with it. So I'm like, great, why is the stat up or why is the stat down?
Yeah.
And working with somebody to train them. I've been working with the person who's over my setters right now. And after probably a month of training, she's really getting it.
Good. Love that.
So I'll withdraw from that area and go to the next.
That's right.
But I like it. That's an area for me that I wanted to also really learn. So
Sales.
I see administration,
bro,
because I'm super weak in it. So I wanted to get good at it.
I'm shocked, bro.
And so I'm not. It's not my strength, right?
Dude, I'm fucking cold, bro.
You are, yeah.
He's
some of my people out there, they're like, there's no fucking way.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm not at the point where I'm like, yo, Mike, I'm dealing with this situation. I'm like, law 1, page 237. Like,
right.
But I will be though.
Yeah,
which is amazing, right? So really that's what I want to get strong at.
Straight
is
up.
that. Is that. And
I got something for you, dude.
And I have interest in it. Tell me.
I got something for you.
Yeah.
So Nick Zimmer, a mutual friend of ours, he wrote me a program.
Yep.
When it's all about just organization, establishment, it's all about
executive hatting.
And I basically woke up every damn morning. This is during COVID. I woke up every morning at 5 a.m. Why 5 a.m.? Because I don't want to be comfortable. I want to fucking wake up and be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do shit that people are not willing to do. So I would read for him. I'd read to him for like an hour every damn day. I have the program. We'll during dinner, we're going to dive in.
Yeah, let's do it.
And whatever you want to do, we can do it together.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, I have some fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I love it. I mean, I have lots of interest in different areas. So that's
Yeah.
the thing about me. I'm interested in a lot of things. So
We should do,
I enjoy learning it.
So just kind of give you some reality though. So 2021, I was the executive director.
Uh-oh.
And shit. Once you
no, you weren't. You were.
Oh, I
but you
wasn't.
just
No,
gave
I
it-
wasn't. No, I was
You
not.
just handed off to a cat.
Shit,
You were paying-
I haven't been fucking the ED since like 2020 almost.
Yeah.
Who's the ED now?
It's him.
You? Yeah, you're running it. Right?
Yeah, there's a guy named John Cowden who was the Honolulu ED.
Yeah, OT8.
Yeah.
Top dog.
Yeah, he's like 74 years old. I used to talk shit to him.
Oh,
I'm
the
like, man,
Honolulu, actual Honolulu ED. Okay,
oh yeah,
okay, got it.
I used to like make fun of him. He's like 73 or 74, but he fucking looked great.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, John Cotton, you're like old as dirt, man. What the hell? and he told me something crazy. I'm like, dude, how come you're not like, why are you still playing this game, man? Like, why are you still on the fucking bike? He's like, Mike, once you stop creating, man, that's when you die. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, that makes sense, bro.
true, bro.
Yeah,
it's
true. So I started.
True, bro.
That's
So
true.
I piggybacked off that, and I started coining this phrase. I'm like, dude, I'm not done. I'm not done till they put me in a box. So, anyways, so me, I like a lot of attention. I like a lot of acknowledgement.
Yeah.
I like to go in public and they're like, oh, you're Mike Barron from Instagram. I love it.
Yeah.
Like that's just me.
Yeah.
John doesn't like that kind of attention.
Yeah, it doesn't drive me.
No.
He doesn't. So when we hooked up, I was like, dude, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna get a lot of fucking attention. I'm gonna view this internet fucking celebrity. And he's like, dude, fucking great. Like, I love the administration. I like scaling. I like solving problems. I like fucking hatting. I like
Entrepreneur.
SOPs. I like. So the reason why me and him work is there's not that ego. There's not that like, what the fuck, dude? Mike does all this shit.
Yeah.
Or we got a weird dynamic, personality wise. Totally different. Purpose, goals, spot on.
Dialed in.
So the reason why I tell you that, dude, because in 2021, me and Nick Zimmer disappeared for like weeks, and we were just writing fucking hats, SOPs, and majority of those still surface to this very day.
Yeah.
We'll revise them, we'll reissue them, and me personally, for we hire approximately 3 to 5 salespeople a week. I train every single one of them, and I devote this much time to that.
Because you got it all on video and you got it all written up. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
then we got people posted. We got the green pea manager. We got the fucking sales manager. We got his
Sales
senior
director. Yeah.
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 It's pretty dialed
yeah.
in.
Yeah. We'll
pretty down
we'll
with
talk.
that.
We'll
tonight.
chop it up at dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're doing
We're locked now, man.
programs, policies, people are down stat, weekly battle plans. Like,
That's good.
we're pretty dialed in,
So,
That's
which
the
is
way-
unique
that's the way
for
to
an
do
internet
it.
company.
tell us about like, you've had a huge impact on me. I know you've had a huge impact on John,
Absolutely.
Nick. Huge, bro. Like, bro, you must have about 2 YouTube videos I've seen over 100 times, 200 times. I'm
Yeah.
like, just over and fucking over and over. I see my wife this morning. Hey, remember this guy? Remember? He's pulling up today.
Yeah.
Ted.
Yeah.
Like, if people want to tap in with you, for our viewers, and people want to follow you or kind of find out more what's going on, where do they tap in? What
How
are
do they
some of the
get
stuff you
connected?
got going on, either now or the near future? I just want to get people to connect with you, dude. You're fucking amazing, man.
Well, we'll put a link down below.
Okay.
Right.
And if they want to talk to somebody, they can just speak to somebody, get on the phone with one of our consultants.
Okay.
So if somebody's interested, if they're like, hey, I want to get better at presenting and storytelling, click down below, talk to somebody on our team. We have 2 paths basically.
Yep.
So one would be, most people come to us, they have something they want to teach. So they have some knowledge or some expertise and they want to package it out. Like we have.
Yep.
Right, but they don't know the first place to start. So sometimes people are like transitioning from this career. They're like, I don't know what I want to do. I know I have this expertise and knowledge. I'd like to do something with it. I don't know how to package it. So Message to Millions is how we help people do that. So when you talk to someone in our team, they can click. They'll show them exactly how to set it up. How do you package your knowledge experience? So they'll actually know the blueprint. So that's one. Then we have a whole nother group of people that come to us who are more like, they want to present, they want to speak, they want to be seen. And so that would be more along the lines of our brand Stage Empire, which is like, how do you take one presentation and then how do you scale it across multiple platforms?
Gotcha.
So if somebody's interested in that, they can click down below. We'll take them to the same place. Cool. And then just talk with somebody on our team and we'll help them.
Cool. I want to just touch on the message to millions as we start wrapping up. You didn't use this word, but you're talking about, you're saying something like, people are born and they have kind of like a gift, an innate gift. So the term we use, we call it a superpower.
Yeah.
This guy's super fucking fast. This guy could jump super high. This guy's super good at math. This woman's super good at swimming. This person's super good at sales. My mother-in-law cooks the best Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I believe people are born with certain superpowers. And when I meet people, I'm like, dude, have you ever thought about turning? First off,
what is your ideal singing? You know, like, no, I'd like this. If I just downloaded $10 billion into your account, what would you do? I'll travel. I eat good food. I would, take care of my parents. Okay, after all that, well, Mike, I'm really passionate about animals. Well, tell me about that. You know, you can actually make a career fucking helping the animals or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So what I like to do is combine people's like passion, and then combine people's like innate or God-given ability or their superpower, and we can combine that. Like, do it as a fucking rocket ride for me.
That's right.
I was a corker. I was the best person because I could sell like a motherfucker, but I wasn't formally trained. Yeah, but I was just good with people.
Sure.
And I just loved it. We had a website company. We could sign up Conor McGregor, Patrick Bet-David, pay people. And I loved the sales. We had a website company. I didn't give a fucking about websites. I know I should say that.
Mm-hmm.
I love sales.
So I'm the same way. It's a communication. I don't care about websites. Right. I don't care about the technology. Technology is the vehicle to get the communication out there.
There it is.
There.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we launched the Sales Academy in 2020, I'm like, dude, I've loved sales for a decade now. I'm fucking passionate about this. I love this. I imagine some other people would like to do something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that for people. We launched that product. We made $1 million in the first month. That one product has helped thousands of people. Every closer on our team is a multiple six-figure earner. That's just our internal team.
Sure.
And we scaled that to over 40 million. So just to your point, man, like, I think everyone has like this innate God-given ability.
Yeah.
And, for you to be able to teach people that, help people that, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
And people don't know that. I don't think they know that.
You're right. They don't. And the main thing is they discount it because they just do it naturally. So they have this thing, and that's why they don't charge for it. Because they walk around and they're like, I'm just doing this thing. I do what I do. And they're like, it's not worth anything. And so you have to look at, like, when you create a blueprint of what you're teaching, that's why it's so good to write it down. Yeah. Because if you're thinking of it as you, then you're thinking, oh, that's just who I am. Or I would naturally help you for free. You'd help me. We're friends, right? Yeah. But as you're creating a business, you got to look at it and go, well, what's this one point here? If I look at this objectively outside of me, and that thing was to help that person in this way, what would it be worth to that person? Not me, because I've been doing it for 20 years. So to me, I don't think it's worth anything, right? Because naturally, it's my gift. I just do it, right? But if I look at it outside of myself, I'm like, of course it's worth something. Look how it could change somebody's life. I mean, we've all been on the journey going through We Go, and we're like, we built a business. But if you had a brand new person who was like 20-something years old who looked at your journey of what you did, they'd faint. They'd literally faint. They'd go like, dude, how, like, you overcame that, and you overcame that, and you overcame that, no way, they faint. Right. They wouldn't be able to confront it.
Right.
So you show somebody, like, this thing outside of you that you do, like, what is that one thing worth that you were to teach to that person, not you? So you'll discount it.
So last question. Is there anything you do to your students and your clients to kind of help them overcome that? To kind of like either grant them Venus or to either raise their awareness? Like, do that thing you're fucking awesome at?
Yeah.
That will impact a lot of lives, number one, for a great purpose, and you can make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I go just without thinking too much. Just write down the 3 things you would teach.
Okay.
Like, you pick the area of rate, so it's finance. Great. What 3 things would you teach? Like, I teach this thing. What's the next thing? This thing. What's the next thing? This thing.
I see.
And then I go, great. So who are you talking to here? Oh, I'm talking to everybody. Well, you can't talk to everybody, right?
No.
So if you were to pick somebody that you would really love talking to that has the money.
Right. Who would it be?
Yeah, that is willing also. Who would that be? They're like, oh, somebody making $150,000 a year. Okay, great. So that one thing right there that you wrote down, if you just taught them that skill set, what would that be worth? They're like, oh, maybe it'd be worth like $500. I'm like, yeah, but you're not selling the vehicle, you're selling the new ability.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you sell sales stuff, you're not selling the script.
No.
You're selling them on an ability they're going to gain.
That's right.
That they're going to have for their entire lifetime.
Forever.
So, dude, that one thing is worth, to you and me, it's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars.
No, like actually.
Even to the rookie who's coming in and gains that ability by drilling where you're training him about closing. You know, I mean, that 1 second where you're drilling him and he's actually getting drilled on something for the first time and he's doing it well and he's building confidence. That confidence is worth $1 million in the first 15 minutes that he trains with you.
100%.
Yeah. Right? But the brand new person can't see that shit.
No.
The brand new person is like, no, I could sell it for $500. And then you show them, no, just that one thing to that person. What's it worth over a year? What's it worth over 10 years? What's it worth over 20 years? And they're like, maybe I could sell for $2,000. I'm like, what's the second thing worth? What's the third thing? And by the time you go through 7 things, the person's like, I have a $15,000 program.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And then they're like, but I couldn't sell it for that because you don't know how to sell.
Yeah.
Right. So you couldn't sell it for because you can't sell. Right. So the next thing you got to do is like, now that you can't sell, let's put you through some training to actually confront the fact that somebody could give you some money. So let's get you some wins. Maybe get some wins at $500 or $1,000. You start winning.
Get some wins.
You get some wins, and then you up the price on it. You know. But some people come in and they have business experience like you or me, and we're like, okay, we're going to charge a little bit more than the average person, and you do, and you sell it, and you're like, but even then you feel great because you got paid for your knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm sure the first time you sold your stuff, where you got paid for your knowledge outside of corporate, did it feel amazing?
I was fucking shy. I think this is fucking real.
Yeah.
And well, shit.
Yeah. And then the first time you stage sell, like the first time you stage sell and you get a table rush, like come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing like it. And the first time you sell a 6-figure package from the stage, and you get the whole room standing up.
Yeah.
I'll give you one thing that I do right on the stage. Yeah, cool. So I do an envelope close.
Okay.
Right. In fact, like early on when I was doing this, and I don't sell 6-figure packages anymore, but early in my career I was selling 6-figure packages from the stage, and so. When we were doing it, I actually make the pitch. And so when I make the pitch, I want people to stand in the room.
Okay.
So not like stand and go to the back table. Like, here's the investment. If you want to do this, grab the envelope.
Okay.
Where are the envelopes? The envelopes are, they have to stand up and then they'll get an envelope.
Oh, okay.
So you presented for how long before you make the pitch?
Well, if it's a 3-day seminar, I'm doing it on the second day.
I see. Yeah. And then you repitch on the day 3.
Yeah, day 3.
Okay, so got it.
But I get them to stand, and so what I love about it is one, it's and I teach it to brand new people on seminars, and I teach them just do this, trust me, do it, because what happens is like you create this pressure in the room. But my real purpose is like I want them to stand for their dreams. I want them to stand and be acknowledged and stand up, be like, I am going to do this, and I'm standing for myself, because we both know that a person on the other end of the phone or in the room, they can't stand for themselves yet.
Yeah.
So you have to stand with them.
Yeah.
Right? 2 terminals, right? They're not going to stand by themselves.
No.
So it was you and the power of your communication that inspires them to stand for the thing that's holding them down that they want. Like, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. It will work. So I get them to stand. And the moment they start popping, it's just like sometimes you'll get the whole room just like 50% of the audience to pop. But what I like about it is that when they don't pop, then I know how to work the room to an end phenomenon, to end result.
Yeah.
So I then it's great. So I only got I'm like, okay, I got 10% right away. Okay. And then I just keep working and working and working. And sometimes if it's not working, I'll just go like walk in the audience like, what are you thinking? Right here, right there. Whoa, what are you thinking? And they're like, well, I'm just thinking like I'm interested in it. Great. So what are you thinking about it? Like, do you want to do it? Yeah, I want to do it. What's stopping you? Well, what's stopping me is like the investment. I'm like, so the investment is stopping you from going after your dreams? Like how many other people in this room are feeling the same thing? Like the investment, like it's all right. Put your hands up. Then you know everybody and you handle it for the one person.
Everybody's handling.
And then 15 people have the same consideration. And it's age. And it's the most powerful thing in the room, dude. Okay. I invented that on a plane. I invented that shit. I was 15,000 feet in the air.
I was gonna say, where the fuck you get that from?
I invented it on a plane. I was 15,000 feet in the air or whatever. I was just sitting with a guy who works with me at the time. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the pitch. I want to make it like an event. And so when the guys stand up, it's like bad to the bone, right? Yeah. Or when the girls stand up, it's like this girl is on fire. And so people, it's a celebration, the sale, rather than oh fuck, and it gets tense sometimes. I remember one time where I did a 200K offer from the stage, and then it was like I said 200K. Yeah, I did a 200K offer. I did a 35, I did 100, and I did a 200K. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for the 200K. We had been there for like 2 hours on work in the room, like everybody's starving to go, right? And it's on the 200K offer, and I'm sitting and I nobody's standing up, and I just sit down on stage. I'm like, we're locking the doors and we're not going to dinner until somebody stands up. Ooh. All right, and the dude and somebody, and this is how the group works. This is the amazing when you create a group. Somebody in the front row goes, hey Ted, so who would you pick for the 200K offer? And I go, that group right there. And it's funny because at the VIP dinner the night before, I went around and talked to people, and I thought in my head like they would be a perfect group, but they didn't stand.
Yeah.
And so I go, that group right there. And then the guy goes, I'll sit down with you and talk about the 200K offer. And the next day, wrote me a check.
Once you pointed to that group.
Once I pointed to him. Yeah, the 3 people. They were there as a group.
Yeah.
And a finance company. He goes, I'll sit down and talk to you about that offer. I'm like, great. Here's the envelope. I'm like, okay, everybody, we can go to dinner.
Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's the to me, like, you know, I love being with people. I love being in groups. And to me, it should be fun. Yeah. And it should be my performer. I'll give my coach, my director of my one-man play. When I went and told him I want to do a one-man play, he's like, Ted, let me tell you something. He goes, first off, why do you want to do a one-man play? And I go, dude, you ever get the feeling you're just like called to do something? And he's like, yeah. And I don't even know this guy. He's going to introduce him. He's like, rolls up his sleeve. He's like, let's get to work, man.
Background, y'all.
And he starts mapping out to me like how to do one-man play and the arc of the story. And I'm like enthralled.
And you just fucking met him.
Yeah, and I just met him. Yeah, because I got introduced to him from somebody, right? So I just met him for the first time.
He knew.
Didn't know who I am, right? And you're feeling just called. And he's like, I'm like, and he's like, yeah. And he starts walking me through. And he goes, at the end of his presentation, he goes, let me tell you something. He goes, speaking, you speak right now. I go, yeah, I speak all the time. He goes, you sell from the stage right now. I go, yeah, I sell from the stage all the time. He goes, when you do a one-man play, speaking will be so easy. It'll be just like falling off a log. Right? It'll be that easy. Because he's like, you're about to come to the major leagues.
Okay.
And then he just writes a big number on a napkin, which at the time was, $50,000 was a lot of money for me. And he's like 50,000. He goes, great. And we start in 2 weeks in London. in London. And here I am at the time. This is back in 2014 or something.
Oh, fuck. That's a while ago. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about over a day ago. Yeah.
So here I am sitting there with a problem. And you're watching this, maybe thinking the same thing. And the problem is this, I'm not online at this point.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I speak from the stage and I sell from the stage. And that's how I fill my seminar.
Yes.
And that's the only way I do it. So now I got to be in London to follow a dream. But at the same time, right, I want to go do this one-man play in London. But at the same time, like I got to run a business and close people in San Diego.
Right.
And so that was the birth for me to like launch my first automated webinar. I started selling tickets to my live event while I was in London.
Yeah.
And that was the precipice of like, I can be in two places at once.
When it's really too fancy. Precipice.
Like that was like the thing that like put fire.
The cattle, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
And so the thing is like if you're in the same spot right now and you're thinking about that, you can be in two places at once. And it's like it's out of the necessity, the desire, the passion of like I have to do this other thing that one creates a solution to the problem they have. So most people are like, no, I got a job, I can't go start a business. Yeah, you can, right? Or I want to go start another business. I can't because I'm a current business. So. And the reality is, like, you have all the abilities you'll ever need inside of you.
None of that shit matters.
Yeah.
None of that shit matters.
But you got to have a bigger purpose and a desire and a need to do it, and then you'll figure out the solution.
Totally. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. You got to make a fucking decision, dude. Yeah. There's no excuses.
Yeah. That's
like this is one of your like top, who's like, we got like a poster boy. It's Rui, #1 student out of the academy. Who's the student where, man, his story is just most memorable, or whenever someone asks you like, hey, who's someone you taught that
a client?
Yeah,
I got one for you. Yeah. So Brandon Hawk, who was a pastor, Brandon Hawk was a pastor, and he had never sold anything in his life, and he was at my seminar when I made the 100K offer. And I was watching in the back room, like, what's this dude's pacing back and forth? What's going on? Like, I thought the dude was going to kill me or something. I was like, yeah, what's he doing?
That's funny.
And the moment I make the offer, he's the first one to jump up and
he was ready, bro.
Yeah, he was ready. And so the next morning, they wanted to meet with me, him and his wife. And so I sit down across the table from them, and they're like, hey, we want to take our money from our dream house in Clyde, Texas, because we're going to build a house in Clyde, Texas, and we're in California. He's like, you don't know where Clyde, Texas is. I'm like, bro, I have no idea.
Right.
No idea. He's like, but it's our dream house and we want to do it, or we could put the money into your program. What should we do?
Wow.
And I said, I can't tell you what to do.
Yeah, big responsibility.
Yeah, I said, I can't tell you what to do. Like, if you want this dream, like, you can go after it. But the truth is, you could have both.
See,
You could have both.
that's that abundance, bro.
The truth
that's
is,
real shit.
You could have both. And he's like, great, we're gonna put the money into your program. And so what happened was 100 days later. So my big thing is the moment they want to do seminars, I go, grab your calendar. They pick it up. I'm like, pull it up. They pull it up. I go, great. So 100 days from now, go to that month. They go to that month. I go, right there. That's the date you're going to do your seminar.
Wow.
And that's how I start them before they even enroll.
Damn.
Yeah, a little over.
Yeah.
That's strong.
Yeah. And so
So
he did.
before they enroll.
Yeah,
That's a
Dude,
big,
that's
like
fucking
the
tough.
moment he was enrolling.
like a postulate.
Yeah, the
No,
moment he was
dude,
enrolling.
get them to fucking take possession, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking make that shit real.
And it was amazing. And so I decided to like I was like, listen, I'll help you on the first one. I'll come out to your seminar and I'll be there. And so for him, I told him the envelope close.
Okay.
I said the envelope close. He goes, dude, what happens if nobody stands up. There was a room full of 42 people.
Won't happen.
I'm like, just stand there in the uncomfortableness of 5 seconds will seem like an eternity.
Yeah.
I said, just stand there. And he goes, and what if nobody stands? I said, say the first thing that honestly comes to your mind.
Okay.
And so 5 seconds in, he's just like standing there and nobody stands. And he goes, I got to admit, this is a little bit uncomfortable right now. But I know, and I always taught him, make the next call to action. No matter what, make the next call to action. So he goes, I know that there's somebody in this room who's like wanting to do this. And I want to stand here for you, because I always teach stand for them, right? Because I want to stand for you right now. And boom, this one pops up. It's a $75,000 offer. Then the next person. The dude does $221,000 in his first seminar with only 42 people in the room, never sold anything before in his life.
Good.
Then the second conference, 100 days later, another 400,000. He did $1 million in 18 months.
Yeah, that's tough.
Incredible, man.
Where was that, in Texas?
That was in Texas.
Texas, hell yeah! Give it up,
all
man.
right.
Let's go.
That's a proud moment. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
awesome, man.
Okay, this is more for me and John versus the people watching.
Yeah.
Bro, when's your next? When can me and John come see you live, bro? Where?
In October, you guys should come to my one-man play.
Yeah,
okay,
we should go.
October.
Yeah, it's going to be in LA. And
Okay,
I'm going to do a 3-day event, but you guys should come.
Okay, John, you better fucking stand, bro. You better fucking stand. Go get the envelope.
I'll get you the date on it, but you should definitely come see the play, because the play is the reason I love the play. I also like at the end of the play, I then talk about drug-free world at the end.
Yep.
And so it's because I OD'd from drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
But it's such an amazing thing, because like in a seminar room where you're talking about business, when you do something so personal, and my play's personal, man, like everything from my childhood's in there, like any uncomfortable thing that happened when I was young was in there, like everything's in there.
Yeah.
And so people watch this and they're like, and all my crazy stories too, like, you know, from crazy stories. So people are like, dude, how did this guy, how is he standing here when he did all this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very raw and it's very real, and it's called Good Enough. And I go through my whole journey of not feeling good enough. And so by the end of the play, it opens up a dynamic in the room that's not a seminar anymore. Is you're not like sitting there learning a business thing. Like people, and the end of the show, you would think they want to learn about storytelling, because that's what I teach. That's not what they're asking. They're really like, how'd you change your life?
Yeah.
How'd you get off the drugs? How did you make that decision? How did you do that? They don't want to know. There might be, in every show that I've done when it has to do with a business seminar, there might be 5% of the people in the room that want to know about how you tell the story. And they're there to learn about speaking, storytelling, online marketing, all that. They don't want to know that.
Yeah.
They want to know the personal thing that moved the needle.
Yeah, because you're
so it
captivating storyteller.
Completely. And it opens up the room. Thank you. And it opens up the room that like people want to talk. And it creates a different dynamic than anything I've ever had in my life. And so it's one of these wonderful things that helps the audience. And I've had people come up to me. I did it in Vegas for 500 people. I mean, I did a 3-week run. I'll give you one more of my top moments on stage.
Yeah.
Can I give it to you?
Of course, man.
So it was a dream of mine to go to Edinburgh, which is the largest fringe festival in theater in the world in Scotland. And I was like, I want to go there because I've been doing this show. I put it up in LA, and I've always had people who knew me come. Whether they saw me online or they knew of me, or they knew of me from somebody. So I'm going to go to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Chances are that there's not a lot of people there that know me.
Yeah, you're dealing with the local market. You're like, fuck, let me go.
People flying in from UK. I mean, there's hundreds of shows there. I was one of the hundreds of shows, and I had a 3-week run there in Edinburgh. And I remember this time, and in my show, I dropped like I'm from Jersey, so F-bombs left and right. Right?
Yeah.
So I remember this
fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. So I remember this one night, I'm dropping F-bombs, and I'm like, maybe this audience doesn't want to hear all the F-bombs. And I tried to change it one night. I'm like, this isn't working. I got to go back to my F-bombs.
So what was it? You weren't getting like the acknowledgement?
I
or?
was feeling
VGIs.
bad cursing so much.
I see.
Right?
Okay.
Just like maybe they're not ready for this.
Different culture too.
Yeah, their culture too. French, English.
Yeah, totally different.
You know, so I was unfamiliar. So I'm like, no, I'm going all out. Fuck it, I'm going in tonight, right? So I go backstage.
Let's get the leather jacket out.
Let's get it out, right, bro? So I go backstage, right, and I'm peeking out from the curtain, and who sits in the front row but 2 85-year-old people, a husband and a wife,
Great.
right in the front row,
Perfect.
right in the front row. But I'm like, the hell with it. I'm going to do the damn show the way that I do it, and I'm doing it. So I go in, I put on the best show, one of the best shows I've ever done, and at the end, like I get a standing ovation, and the old couple walks up to the stage. And I'm thinking they like it, but then at that moment you don't know. And so the old man walks up, this old man, he's like hobbling, hey, Sonny. And he's like, and he shakes my hand. And I'm like, what'd you think? And he's like, we've been coming to these shows for years, right, in Edinburgh. And he goes, some nights you get lucky and some nights you get unlucky. Tonight we got lucky, right? and so at that moment, I'm like, okay, communicated to somebody older. And then this young dude at 21 years old in the audience is just sitting there after the show, and there's maybe like 20, 30 people still hanging around. And he's just sitting there, and he's like, I'm like, you okay, man? He's like, yo. He's like, that was deep, man. He goes, that changed my life.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there going, wow, communicated 2185. And then
Totally different spectrum.
Yes. And then this woman walks up from the back of the room. She's French. She's like, the expressions. And she can't really speak English that well. And she's like, your expressions and your mannerisms.
Yeah.
Fuck
and so
me.
now I know I communicated in a way through my expressions.
Right.
And then there's other woman in the audience she comes and she goes, where can I find you on TV? I'm like, I'm not on TV. I'm like, she's like, yeah, but like, where do you act? I'm like, yo, I just wrote this show. I'm like, I didn't do anything in the arts until freaking a few years ago, right? And she's like, oh my God, that was an incredible performance. She's like, I'm a director of one of the plays here that's performing here. That was an incredible performance. And that was the moment where I'm like, I made it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I belong.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
dude.
Now it took
That's
me
fucking great.
it took me 8 years to get that feeling in doing a one-man play.
Yeah.
What year was that?
That was 2022. It's 2 years ago.
Oh, dang.
2 years
years
ago.
Yeah. Wow.
3 years ago.
You see how he practices what he preaches in terms of talking in the first person?
Oh.
I'm still in
He
that.
does
Was I
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah, but I love it though.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah,
I'm
you were
still
doing
in that
it.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the bar we need.
That's all the stories I tell right now. So check this out. It's 1986. I'm in this fucking bar. You hear me? And this son of a bitch.
That's right, bro.
Like,
That's right.
You'll see.
Totally, bro.
You'll
Yeah.
see, bro.
That's
We
right.
duplicate very
We
fast.
share
Right.
info, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're an hour and a half in. We
Yeah.
can go for another hour and a half, but it's time to go get some dinner.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, let's roll.
But John, what else we got for this fucking?
I mean, shoot,
fine
anything
man?
you want the audience to.
Well, we'll give them the link down below again because we're just going to make
give
a
them the
second
link
call
down
to
below.
action. The
part.
link's down below. If you need help on whether it's presenting online and taking a talk out to many people, you can click the link, or if you need help packaging up your knowledge and experience, down below. Okay.
Let's roll. And
Cool.
Ted, your IG, how do they contact you on Instagram?
Well, my IG got hacked, so I lost like 100,000 followers.
Oh,
so
son of a-
I'm basically down to like nothing.
oh, you're starting over. A little refresh.
starting
Okay.
over.
Yeah, it's all good.
But
it's all
at
good.
Ted McGrath official, you can do that. We're rebuilding. Yeah, it was
Alright.
not a good moment when you see it like going down by like the hour, and you're seeing like maybe there's a bug, and my team's like, no, it's some bug, or like they're getting rid of the bots. I'm like, I don't have bots on this thing, and then all of a sudden, two hours later, you just lost 100,000.
Oh, that's
Not fun.
insane, man. That's
Not a
insane.
fun day.
So, anyways, Ted, thank you for coming. We're about to go break bread. It's an absolute pleasure to know you. I know we're gonna, be seeing each other, more often now.
For
we
sure.
will come see you in October.
Yeah, we're
John.
gonna be swapping stages
Yeah,
one day
I'm
or
excited.
something.
We will
Who
be
knows,
swapping
right?
stages. I do my thing on the stage as well. So does John. Anyways, so we want to thank our guest, Ted McGrath. Another episode, guys. Dawgs Gone Wild. Thank you, Jonathan Pena, my co-pilot. Drop some comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. And to everybody else, go get it. Go kill it. Bring it back to the house. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Amazing. You guys rock.
Peace.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, peace.
All right, let's roll, man.
Go get some growth.
My God, man. Fucking good to know you, bro.